what's up? It's Jackie. Okay, so I have been getting a lot of requests to do a makeup collection video. And I'm like, wait. Just wait, because I am doing a lot of hauls and blah, 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 blah. Well, Haul Week was last week, and I think it's time to start my makeup collection video series, because honestly, if I tried to show you everything that I owned makeup wise in one video, it would be like 4 hours long. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna break it down into categories. I'm gonna start at the bottom, primer, and then work all the way up to like whatever sort of, you know, categories we get into. So today I'm gonna show you my primer collection video. There's gonna be like some mini reviews in here, like do I love it or hate it, and then I'll tell you like my favorite, which some of these you're already gonna know, but you know, heck, if you're new, then welcome. Okay, so for eye primers, this is what I have. Okay, so I have a couple of the Urban Decay eyeshadow primers, and honestly, I don't think these are bad. I really like these. I actually have all four of them in like sample sizes, but I haven't used all four of them. Okay, so first I have the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. This is just the original one. I actually think this came with my Naked 1 or 2 palette that I bought. I actually really like this. I think it does a good job, but you know, if you can find drugstore better, then, you know, I'll let you know. Just stay tuned. Then I also have this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and this is in the shade Sin. Now, I really do like this one, and the main reason why I like this is because it is a shimmery, eyeshadow base. So this is actually, sometimes I will use this in place of eyeshadow. I can just put this on and then pop like one more color on there. But do you see what I'm saying? You're gonna get like quite an effect from this alone. And sometimes even if I'm just doing like eyeliner and I really don't feel like going the whole rigmarole of eye makeup, I'll just go ahead and throw some of this on and then some, you know, liquid liner after it and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I should have probably swatched this one too. Most of these just have like a nude, you know, shade to it. This one is a little more clear. This is the original Urban Decay. You see how it really doesn't do any color correcting or anything. This one is by Makeup Forever. This one is nice, but it was just really expensive. I think it was like 24 bucks for it. That's it right there. It gives you a little bit of, you know, coverage. It is in a wand style, which I like. But the only exception with a wand, I never feel like you can get all the product out. You know what I mean? There's only like a certain amount that you can swirl your product on the edge of this to get it out, so I don't like that. This was $1. This is the e.l.f. Eyelid Primer. This reminds me very much of the Makeup Forever one. It is a little bit thinner than the Makeup Forever one, but in terms of, you know, lasting power, I've always felt like this has done a decent job on my eyeshadow. And this is by far my favorite out of, and I've also had the Too Faced Shadow Insurance as well, and I really didn't like that one. This is my favorite. This is the Milani eyeshadow primer. This is just the, I think this is the only one they have. It's in the, oh my. It just like exploded. It's in the shade Nude. This does do some color correcting. I find that when, you know, there it is right there. When this sets on your eyes, it's nice because everything's still blendable, but it's, you know, it really does a great job with not creasing. Sometimes when I use a powder eyebrow product, I'll use this underneath, you know, instead of the wax to hold my eyebrows on my face. So that is my favorite out of all of them, out of all the expensive ones, and that's kind of, you know, it's not $1 like the e.l.f. one, but I think it's like 6 or 7 bucks, and it's phenomenal. Okay, now, and I guess I'm gonna start with my least favorite of this. All right, so I'm sure some people love this, and this is just my opinion, so don't get your heart broken if you love this and I don't, because I don't. This is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I do not like this primer, not one single solitary bit. I'm sorry. This is, okay, so when you take it out, it looks like, you know, it's clear. It looks like the Smashbox Photo Ready or whatever. This is so, like, slimy on my face. It is so greasy. It doesn't fill in any of my pores. I don't feel like it minimizes anything. I don't feel like my makeup stays on longer. In fact, it may stay on, you know, not as long with this stuff because it's just like it never sets. And I am not the only one that has said this because I've seen other YouTubers review this and be like, meh. It like never sets. I don't even know how else to put it. It's just, I don't know. I don't like the way my makeup looks on top of this. I don't like the last of it. I just think this is a major fail, and I was excited to try this because everybody's like, try it, try it, try it. I don't like it. The next thing that I have is, let's see. Okay, so I haven't used this yet, but I want to try it. Obviously, I bought it. This is the Rimmel Fix and Perfect Primer. It's supposed to smooth skin and minimize pores. This is like, ooh. Okay, this has like a, do you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of That Girl brightening primer. It's got a little bit of a peachy tone to it. That's what that looks like on your skin. So I have not tried this one yet, but this was a drugstore primer. I think it was only $5 or something. It's by Rimmel. I also had gotten this NYX Pore Filler Primer, which I do not think is bad. I do have the Porefessional as well, which is right here, and this I absolutely love. I don't think the NYX performed as well under makeup. And honestly, this one too, I kind of like, okay, so I have some scars, like some very visible acne scars. You can see that one right there. The thing that I like to do with the pore filling primers is, I'm trying to use my, you know, viewfinder as a mirror, but I like to put it on afterwards, like after my foundation, before my powder, to like really fill in those areas that I'm having problems with. And I really feel like in terms of all the pore filling primers that I've tried, nothing has been able to compare to this Porefessional. So as good as this one is, and if you really don't have like a lot of pore issues, I would definitely say just spend the $7 on this NYX one because it does work well. I find it works better after you put foundation on. You just pat it into whatever sort of pore issues you're having and then go ahead and put powder on top of that. I find that it works better that way, but I don't think it's totally bad. It's just not as good as this Benefits Porefessional, which I really think so far for me has been the best pore filling primer that I've tried. This one I actually like too. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. This is the Primed and Poreless by Too Faced. I think in terms of this compared to the Benefits Porefessional, I think that does a little bit of a better job. But I do not mind this at all. It has like a nude tone, and these pore filling primers tend to be a little bit thicker. You know, so they actually go into your pores. And with pore filling primers, you really want to pat it into your skin instead of smoothing it out because you're really trying to fill your pores in to like create that smooth surface. So I don't think this one's bad, but I think, I don't know, and maybe it's just the, I don't know, I've just had a little bit of, maybe I'm putting too much on, I don't know, I don't love it, but it's not bad. Okay, so secondly, I'm like 4 in. What am I even talking about? Okay, so these primers are all pretty much similar in style of, you know, type of primer, and it's what the baby skin was trying to be too, but it's just not. This is the Smashbox, just regular straight up photo finish primer. This is a little sample size of it. Then I also have this is the Sephora brand primer, same type of thing. As you can see, these are all clear. And then this is, out of those little silicone based ones, my favorite one, not just for price point, but because the finish is like, it does the exact same thing. This is the Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel. It is not for yeast infections, but it is by the makers of Monistat. It is identical in, you know, there it is. It's one of the clear type primers. This feels so nice on your skin. Sensitive Melissa has tried this with great luck. It's nice. It's mattifying on your skin. I don't know if you can really tell, but I just put it right here. It's mattifying on your skin. It makes your skin feel so smooth. It holds your makeup on all day. I absolutely love this. And what I also use this for is, okay, so you know how girls, when you're trying to put on heels, or boys, when you're trying to put on heels, and your feet are like having, you know, a hard time slipping into them. Well, a lot of times you can just sprinkle a little baby powder in there and fine and all good. Well, that's fine when you're wearing pumps, but if you're wearing open-toed shoes and you put baby powder in them, hello, you have baby powder all in between your toes and everybody can see that. I rub a little bit of this on the tops and sides of my feet, wait for it to dry a little bit. My feet will slip right in there. You won't get any sort of, you know, chafing or blisters or anything. I mean, it's just like, I mean, this is a wonder to have in your medicine cabinet, girls. If you're not using it for primer, use it for your feet. There is no shame. Okay, this is something also from the drugstore that I really, really like. This is the Revlon Age Defying Wrinkle Remedy Line Filler. Now, a lot of the pore filling primers just will not fill wrinkles. They just won't. They're not formulated to fill in wrinkles, and they won't. But this is nice because I find that this not only fills in my wrinkles and it comes out white, but it's a little bit of a thicker, you know, formula. This will actually fill in my wrinkles, and I find that this does a good job of pore filling too. So I usually put this on underneath my, you know, foundation, and I usually, my biggest wrinkles are my stupid forehead wrinkles because I can't keep my eyebrows from not doing, you know, everything on my face. But I find that this does a really, really good job. I like how this works. I find that it fills in my wrinkles really well. I'm not wearing any today, so if you can see my wrinkles, sorry about it. But this will also do a good job of filling in your pores as well, so I highly recommend this. I think this was $7 or $8 at the drugstore, and what are you getting? 0.41 fluid ounces, but really the amount that you have to use is so little that, you know, girls, you'll really like that one. And that, one of my sweet subscribers actually suggested that to me. So thank you for suggesting that because it's awesome. Okay, now I have two, and this one's like all jacked because it's a little old. I have two primers that have like a little bit of a shimmer to them, and I'm going to show you how, or tell you how I use these. Okay, so this one's like all jacked. This is the Photo Finish Luminizing foundation from Smashbox. This one is really like almost out. But this one has a little bit of like a tan tint to it and a little bit of shimmer. As you can see here, it really reflects when you're having any sort of photography done. And then this Laura Geller one is very similar. This is their, ooh, this is her Spackle tinted primer, and this one has, I think, a little more shimmer than the other one. If you can see right there. It has a little more iridescence to it. But what I like to use these primers with, if you have any really, really matte foundation that you're like, okay, this foundation's like a little really like too matte for me. If you put a primer under it that has a little bit of sparkle, it's going to kind of help. You're not going to really see the sparkle through, but you're going to see the glow of that primer kind of through that matte makeup on top of it. So I like to wear this underneath like my Rimmel Stay Matte foundation, whatever that is. And then what else is really matte that the CoverGirl 3-in-1 Outlast Stay Fabulous. That one is also really matte. And I also tend to wear this under my Mary Kay whatever that is, also the Time Wise Super Matte, I don't know. But I find that it just kind of like counteracts, you know, it doesn't make your face look so flat wearing those matte foundations. This one I actually really like. I got this in that little bag from Sephora that they were doing, like you have to spend $19.50 of Sephora products and then you get this bag that's like has, I don't know, $80 worth of stuff in it. This is the Flawless Prime, and this is the redness one from Ulta. And this I was shocked to see comes out like avocado green, okay? But this does a great job of controlling redness on your face. Now when you put it on, it looks green, but as you rub it in, it just kind of neutralizes any sort of redness on your skin. I mean, it really worked really well. I was using this a lot when I had that big horn on my head, and during any time that I'm breaking out, I tend to reach for this one first because it really does do a nice color correcting before you put on your foundation. It's nice and mattifying as well, so I actually really like this, and I'll probably repurchase this after my sample is gone. Something else that I love, this is like one of my favorite primers. This is the Nip Fab Sheer Makeup Fix. This says it reduces the appearance of wrinkles, it hydrates and smooths the appearance of fine lines, and it softens and moisturizes your skin. I love this. I have a tendency also to wear this by itself. If I'm not wearing foundation, I'll just go ahead and put this on. I feel like it just kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of light diffusing or something is in it that it really just kind of, you know, blurs everything out. So this I think is $13. I actually got this on sale. It rang up at the register for $3, but this is an awesome, awesome primer, and you're getting 1.35 fluid ounces in it. So you're getting a lot of product actually for the price. Okay, so this is probably my most expensive primer that I own. The full size of this was $40, and I think I actually found a deal online that I got a little sample, like travel size with it. This is the Sue Divot Micro Aquatic Fortifying Primer with hydrolyzed soy protein and water lily extract. This is actually the primer that I used. It was suggested to me by a makeup artist. I used this underneath my foundation when I got married, and I actually really, really love this. This is a little bit different than all these other primers because it kind of comes out like a lotion. And I actually had one of my girlfriends the other day, she's like, does anybody have a primer that's kind of like a lotion? Because I don't know what to think about it. This is really nice. It's super hydrating, which is great. I mean, I've been finding myself reaching for this a lot during the winter time because it's super hydrating. It kind of, you know, it gives you that moisturizing feeling, but then it dries, not sticky, but you know, your makeup will cling to it. Like, I really find that this will take a minute or two to set. Like, I'll put this on and then I'll go ahead and do whatever I have to do, you know, like tweeze my eyebrows, whatever. And then I'll go ahead and put my makeup on this. But I do find that this lasts an incredibly long time. It is one of my more expensive primers, and honestly, the first one I had, it was in a glass jar. I knocked it off of my counter in my bathroom, and it shattered all over the floor. I'm like, why would anybody put anything in a glass jar, especially like it's like always your most expensive products that's in glass, and I have such a tendency for knocking things off of my bathroom counter. It's like ridiculous. So anyway, I was able to like scrape up like a little bit that was like still left, and it's in this little like container next to my sink because hello, it was $40. Like, it's not going in the trash. I like scrape. I know. If you think that's disgusting, I'm sorry, but whatever. We had to do it, girls. But this is awesome. If you can find it, where I think it was like only $5 or $10 more to get the little travel size of it, and I'm really glad that I had this too, because then I'm like, well, you know, I didn't break all of it. But you see, now this is set, you know, afterwards, but I just love this primer. I think it's great. But okay, so that was my primer collection video. Stay tuned. I'm going to be going through all my makeup as fast as I can, but probably still wicked slow. So guys, have a great day. Bye.